We will discuss today about key elements of a democratic government. Let us start this chapter with a story, with a fact from South Africa. So in South Africa, there was a girl of your age who one day when was cleaning his mother's some of the baggages she found that some pictures of a boy of almost her age group and some letters and other things, and she was very surprised to know that about that boy, and she just showed that paper to her mom. This girl's name was Maya, and she shows that picture to her mother was literally very much annoyed, and she said that this boy's name was Hector, and he was died in an incident long back. Now what happened to Hector? It's a natural curiosity of Maya. Maya asked what happened, why this boy died, and how he is died. Maya's mother then narrated a very sad story to her daughter. Hector was a boy from the society when apartheid was very much prominent in South Africa. Now you need to know what is apartheid. Apartheid is a discrimination based on skin color. South Africa was a colony of British people. When these European, they came to South Africa, they started controlling them, and they started differentiate people based on their color. They never allow other color people to live a better life, or they never allow these people to come to a life what is expected a human being to live. They have everything best for white color, and the people, those who are not white, they cannot utilize anything available in the society. Everything, there was a differentiation. What is a differentiation? Like discrimination. Like even if you take example of an ambulance, a patient who needs to use an ambulance, that must have all the facilities for life-giving support in the ambulance. But in South Africa, the situation was like this, that if the ambulance is meant for the white people, then every facilities are there. But if it is for the brown, like Asians, if it is for the black, for the Negroes of Africa, the local people, then the facilities are different. There is almost they never provide even the least life-saving needs that supposed to be there in the ambulance. Even the hospitals were like that. Everything, their schools were different, their hospitals were different. They never allowed even these people to mingle between them, because they know a major word, that is divide and rule. If they can divide, they can rule. So they divide based on the skin color. Hector was a boy who opposed this system, who protested against this system, and he just protested because his school was behaving something different with him. He was not allowed to go to a better school which is meant for this white skinned people. Rather, he was forced to go to a school which the level he has already covered with. And even in the school, based on the color, the place where they are sitting, that was different. They are not providing even the enough basic thing in the life, that is food. That food also was controlled by the white people, and the moment you protest against it, you will be brutally tortured by the government. That was the condition in South Africa. Maya was really surprised. And you know what happened with Hector? Hector, one day, he protested against it, and they demonstrated their protest against the government. And as a result, the police appointed by the ruling government, they just killed Hector because he is protesting against some of the unethical rule of the government. And these type of rule that continued in South Africa for a long time. The African National Congress, made by a group of people, those who led the struggle against apartheid. After a huge bloodshed, lots of bloodshed, they ultimately able to get success to establish a democratic Africa, democratic South Africa in 1994. And we all know the name of that respectable leader who made it happen. Their leader was Dr. Nelson Mandela, who made it happen in his lifetime. Though he also, as being a black, he always undergone a lot of torture in his life, but even then he was able to make a success with a strong determination, which changed the scenario in South Africa. And now the students like Maya, the small girls like Maya, they are enjoying that democracy, the fruits of democracy. They are enjoying equality in the society. So what we learned from this story? We learned that equality is the major feature in the democracy. So the key element, if we say, that is equality. A society, if it is equal in every sense, everything, the resources available, that is for all in the society, everyone can explore it, everyone can utilize it, then only it is a true democratic society. Democratic society also, by the term democracy, we know that it is related with people. It is related with by the people, to the people, for the people. Now, people means how people can, is it possible like in a country like India that each and everyone, every people, they will be going to elect, they will be going to govern the country? It is possible in a small village level. Is it possible in a national level in India? No, it is not. Even in the village level also, it is not that smooth, not that easy. If everyone at the same time they try to administer a place, to govern a place, so they conduct election. Election is a thing that is regular election. Election is not something like that once in a blue moon you will have an election and then you don't know when will be the next election time. Then there is a great possibility of the rulers becoming dictator. In India, it is fixed that every 5 years we elect our representative. So these representatives, those who are now governing us, they are answerable to us after a particular period of time. So a major feature of democracy is regular election. Participation in the democracy is through regular election. We elect our own representatives. Through voting in election, people elect their leaders and we send them to representing us. They are representing a particular community, a particular region of the country. These representatives take decision on behalf of the people. What people want to say, their majority vote what they have given, how they have elected, that particular person is reflecting actually the viewpoint of the common people in India. The power of the government gets limited by regular election. Now you can ask how. As it is regular election, none of these people, they know that their chair is not permanent. So whatever they are doing in this short span of time, say for 5 years, whatever they are doing here, they are answerable to common people after 5 years when they are coming again for election to be their representative. If they don't work good, if they really do a good thing, definitely they are going to get elected again to rule. But if they are not, in that case, they will be losing their power to administer. What are the other ways other than election that people can participate in a government? The other ways of participating is definitely based on media. We have right to information, as I told you, and in right to information, media is standing as a yardstick whether the government is working properly or not. They are they are supplying us all the materials, all the news, what exactly is happening with the government. It is not a closed door thing that the government, they can do whatever they want for these 5 years. Every moment they are answerable to the media, and through media to the people. Now, using electronic media, it is very easy for anyone in India to communicate directly either with their representative as well as with the national level leaders also, where they are answerable to the common people. The government, they also can be a part of the administration by applying all administrative jobs. People can easily opt for those jobs, and as an Indian citizen, they have that right that they can get selected and they can be a part of administration. People can express their views in many ways. They can express in a form of a rally, they can protest, they can assemble somewhat to give their opinion, or they can write an open letter to some of the leaders or some of the administrator. As we can see in the case of demonetization, the opponent parties and other common people, they are protesting in their own way whatever they have to protest, or the people, even those who are supporting it, we can see that they also are very free to share their views in either electronic media or in other forms of medias, whatever it is available for public communication. Newspaper, magazine, TV, they play a very important role to discuss government act, their rules, their responsibilities, and how they are performing to get the democratic rule better day by day. Whether they are doing a good job or they are doing something that must be criticized by the people, that also everything clearly it is in front of us due to this electronic media, TV or newspaper. Now, government has a responsibility to resolve conflict. What is resolve conflict? When people are peacefully, they are demonstrating something against government or against someone's opinion, some administrative opinion, there is no harm in that. But if they get violent, if they start breaking rules, laws and regulation, in that case government definitely have that power to resolve conflict. Now, in the previous chapter, in this chapter about the story about story about the student Hector, whatever we have seen, that police in a demonstration, when she was in a rally against the government, they never thought before that they shot that boy. The boy was killed by the police. Now, these type of some incident can only aggravate the situation, it cannot stop it. So government has that responsibility that religion, region, caste or the diversified factors that is available in India must not create a conflict in India. It is responsibility of the government to help to resolve all type of conflict. We have seen in the story of Samir 1 and Samir 2 that there was a riot in Mirat, and Samir has to go back to his place, departing from his friend. This type of situation also is called as emergency situation, when government is responsible to resolve the conflict and bring peace and prosperity to the region for the citizen. Police is responsible for ensuring that violence does not take place for any means. Even there are many conflicts other than this regional conflict also, it is very violent. Before few days we have seen the dispute between two states sharing a river water. Sometimes a dam is located in a state and the river flows in the other state, mostly covering the other state also. In that case, the Kaveri, in an example, the Kaveri water issue, the Kaveri water dispute, that really took a long time to resolve. Even after court has given some, Supreme Court has given some decision, the common people, they are not ready to accept it, and it aggravate in a way that police has to control the situation and bring back peace in that place again, to bring back the common people in their normal life. So this is a part that need to resolve the conflict, that whatever the conflict we have, we can discuss on it, we can show our peaceful demonstration on it. But in case if it is violent, in that case, though it as a part of democratic government, government has to take care not to be very rude to the people, the way African government never thought before killing Hector. We must not, the government must not, in a democratic way, government must not do like that. Government must come to a discussion, because they are representing common people, whatever, and they need to stop the conflict before they aggravated too much in the society. Equality and justice is the key idea of democracy. From the beginning, the word democracy came. Democracy actually arrived with the idea of equality. Demos and kratos, they are the two words which combined and give birth to the word democracy. It is for the people, rule of the people. So, if all the people are not equal, then democracy again will turn to dictatorship. If one or a group of people, they started acting whatever they want, even after the election, the democratic government, democracy will lose its main point, and it will be a dictatorship again. So equality as well as justice, they are two major points of democracy. So now when equality, we uttered this term equality. This is equality is something that we promise to all the people in the society, that people in our society, they are equal and they can act as the way constitution, the rights and government, the fundamental rights they got from the constitution, and it is same for everyone. We cannot discriminate anyone from to get their right, as it is already given in the constitution. Now what happened if this right to equality is some way taken or broken by someone else? In that case, we need help of justice. Equality and justice are the same, are the two faces of the same coin. So equality definitely will come with justice. If the justice is strong, if the Supreme Courts and the courts, the justice where we can get justice, it is strongly functioning, then only the common people in our country can expect equality in its true means. Because whenever they know the place, that whenever they are not getting equality, they can approach to these courts, the places where they can get justice. And justice is blind and it is common and equal for all. It is whether you are rich or you are poor, you are of one religion or another, one region or another, justice is always same for every Indian. The earlier practice is of untouchability is banned now by the law. So if anyone is practicing that, in that case he is a criminal in the eyes of law, as our constitution is not supporting it. The government also recognizes and makes special provision for the group of the society, those who are backward, those who are unequal, because they faced a long time when they were not providing the minimum requirement in their life. These people, the SCs, scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, some of them, they are deprived from their livelihood for a long time. Though they were interested for education, they were not provided the minimum necessity to get their child or their next generation also educated. So now, after independence, our government is providing special support to the special class, that is scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, of people. Now even the other backward class also, they are getting some support from government. Even women, in some of the cases where government find that the women, they are deprived, they have not got the right they supposed to get in the past, to bring them at par with the society. Whatever the support, whatever the need is required, government is changing their policy as per the need. So this is about equality and justice, and these are the key elements of a democratic government. Thank you.